ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ। ਇੱਕ ਓਂਕਾਰ ਸਤਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਅਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ। ਇੱਕ ਓਂਕਾਰ ਸਤਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਅਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ। ਇੱਕ ਓਂਕਾਰ ਸਤਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਅਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ। ਧੰਨ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਮਹਾਰਾਜ ਗੁਰੂ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਿੰਘ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ। कवाले करामात कायम करीम, रजा बख्श राज़ करे हको रहीम। अमा बख्श बख्शन देओ दस्तगीर, रजा बख्श रोजी देओ दिल पजीर। शहनशाह खूबी देहो रहनमू, के बेगू नो बेचू न चूबे नम। न साजो न बाजो न फौजो न फर्श, खुदाबंद बख्शन देओ शर्श। धन धन गुरु गोबिंद सिंह साहिब महाराज। वाहिगुरू जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरू जी की फतेह। We are visiting the Bani of Anand. Bani of Anand is dedicated to the joy of the human soul, the Anand of the spirit, the Anand of the soul, the song of the spirit. We have gone through 14 Pauris by now, and today we will visit the 15th and the 16th Pauri. Anand Sahib is the Bani which is composed and expressed by Guru Aatamras, the third Mahal, the third house of Guru Nanak at Govindwal Sahib. And this is the Bani which is sung at every congregation. Wherever there is a Kala Prasad, it is necessary, mandatory for Anand Sahib to be recited at the end of the session. Whether it is a happy occasion or whether it is a sad occasion. It can be a marriage, it can be a death, it can be a meeting, it can be a separation. Everything culminates in Anand for the sick. Anand is an expression of meeting the Creator. A stage of the Brahm Gyan, the Tat Gyan, where the Spirit's knowledge becomes bare to the disciple. Where the Guru meets the sick, Anand and celebration happens. We seek this Anand everywhere. We seek happiness. In all our lives, everything we do, everywhere we go, whatever our actions, whatever our commitments, whatever our wants, are all geared towards seeking happiness. Whether we get it or not is one separate subject. But this is the happiness we are all seeking. This Anand is our seeking of our entire human race. Entire human entity seeks Anand and happiness. Whether we find it or we don't find it is a separate debate. It needs to understand. We need to understand what this Anand is, where it resides, and what Guru Aatamras tells us about Anand. We will recite the 15th and the 16th Pauris. I think the person is not here yet who is to recite. Somebody else is to recite Indrajit. So when we recite the Pauri, we understand the Shabad, and then we talk about what Guru Sahib is telling us in these two Pauris. What about free will? How do we meet the Creator? What do I have to do to meet the Creator? Whether it is all written, everything is destiny, then why I need to do anything? These are our questions. If everything is destiny, then why I will want to do something? If nothing is destiny, then everything I have to do. What is the answers to these questions? In the 16th Pauri, Guru Sahib is also telling us about a song of the spirit, the Sohila. And what does this mean, listening mean, in terms of Brahmagyan, in terms of awakening of the spirit, knowledge of the Creator, the secrets of the soul. How is listening an important aspect of this journey to our enlightenment? It is just a word, enlightenment. What does this mean, enlightenment? A knowledge of what? What is the difference between happiness, which Guru is telling us, and which we seek in this world? What is the difference between the two? And how do we change our approach towards knowing this happiness? We seek happiness in the world, we have a certain approach. Everything which we do is about happiness, seeking happiness. But what happens to this seeking? And how is the happiness which Guru is talking about, the Anand which Guru is talking about, different? So first aspect is that there is a word known as absolute, and there is a relative mind. These are two different minds. When we say absolute, it means it is not dependent on anything else. It has its own independent entity. It doesn't need the other. Satnam, Karta Purukh. And it encompasses everything. So this Anand which Guru talks about is an absolute word. It doesn't have an opposite. It is not dependent on anything, on any conditions. So this is conditionless happiness. Then what is the difference? How do we experience this happiness? We experience it by visiting the space where this Anand exists. Anand exists in our inner mind. It is a part of our mind structure. And that inner mind we never visit. There are certain conditions for that inner mind. We don't meet those conditions, so we never visit this Anand. In the world, we visit happiness. Happiness has a friend, sorrow, and they meet us together. In the Greek mythology, they have this fable, this story, which says that happiness and sorrow were two friends, and they had a big fight. And they had a very big fight, they never met, so God tied 1 foot of happiness with 1 foot of sorrow. So their feet are tied. When you call for sorrow, happiness, you will get sorrow along with it. You will live through the happiness quickly. It will not leave any precipitates in your mind, and then the sorrow will visit, which will hurt, which will frustrate, which will upset. So the ultimate flavor of the meeting of these two is unhappiness. And that remains the flavor of our entire life. Because all our seeking of happiness in this world is conditional. Conditions. Meeting of a person is conditional. Tomorrow we can separate. Meeting of status symbols is conditional. Tomorrow something can happen, we lose our status. Having wealth and feeling happy about being wealthy is also not a surety. Tomorrow wealth will remain or not. Even if it remains, it will tax us all our lives to maintain that wealth. So, in some ways, life, if it gives us happiness in some form, it also gives us sorrow in equal proportion. So in this way, Sukh Dukh ko tum sam kar jano, Maharaj says. Consider them the same. Don't think one to be better than the other. When they visit you, pass through them as though they are the same. Don't be attracted by one and then deceived into the other. In fact, Guru says, don't hunt for this happiness. The worldly conditioned happiness, don't hunt for it. Bhagat Kabir says, I don't look for it. सुख मांगो दुख आगे आगे, सो सुख हमें ना मांगे पावे. I ask for happiness and dukh comes with it. Bhagat Kabir says, I don't ask for this happiness. If happiness and sorrow are related to heaven and hell, then Bhagat Kabir says the same thing. He says, I don't seek heaven in the worldly sense. I am not scared of hell. But I do Simran. I do Jap. Because I am looking for that happiness which is conditionless. Anand Sahib. 15th and 16th Pauri. Khushpreet will read this one Pauri and then the other. And then we will visit what Guru Amardas at Govindwal Sahib is telling us about our lives.
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਜਿਉ ਤੁਸੀਂ
I think you lost power, Khushpreet. We can't hear you, Khushpreet. Indrajit, you will have to intervene because connection is lost somehow.
Vijay, I think she is unable because she cannot. I can't mute her. I can't unmute her.
Okay. Then maybe someone. Ranjit ji is here today. Can you help us, Ranjit? 15th and 16th Pauri of Anand Sahib. Can you unmute Ranjit? Ranjit Kaur ji? Okay.
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ.
ਹਾਂਜੀ ਹਾਂਜੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ. ਹਾਂਜੀ ਹਾਂਜੀ please go. ਹਾਂਜੀ ਹਾਂਜੀ start.
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਜਿਉ ਤੂੰ ਚਲਾਏ ਤਿਵ ਚਲੈ ਸੁਆਮੀ ਹੋਰ ਕਿਆ ਜਾਣਾ ਗੁਣ ਤੇਰੇ ਜਿਵ ਤੂੰ ਚਲਾਏ ਤਿਵੈ ਚਲਹਿ ਜਿਨਾ ਮਾਰਗ ਪਾਵਹਿ ਕਰ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਜਿਨ ਨਾਮ ਲਾਏ ਸੇ ਹਰ ਹਰ ਸਦਾ ਕੇ ਆਵੇ ਜਿਸਨੂੰ ਕਥਾ ਸੁਣਾਏ ਆਪਣੀ ਸੇ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰੇ ਸੁਖ ਪਾਵਹਿ ਕਹਿ ਨਾਨਕ ਸੱਚ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜਿਉ ਭਾਵੈ जो तू चलाए तिव चलहै स्वामी और क्या जाना गुण तेरे जिव तू चलाए तिवै चलहै जिना मार्ग पावहे कर कृपा जिन नाम लाए से हर हर सदा ते आवहे जिसनो कथा सुनाए अपनी से गुरुद्वारे सुख पावहे कह नानक सच्चे साहिब ਜਿਉ ਭਾਵੈ ਤਿਵੈ ਚਲਾਵਹਿ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ.
Thank you. Thank you, Khushpreet. Friction happens in this world because we make conditions for our lives. Often enough, we even see people who don't want to accept the conditions they live in and they give up life. So suicide is a prevalent approach and attitude which we see in this living world. What is the background of these? The background is the person says, I want to live with these conditions. These are my conditions. Right or wrong, that is how we approach life. All of us approach life with our conditions. Some of them are met, sometimes not met, sometimes a lot of them are not met, and we get disappointed with life. Those are our needs. We feel we want those things or those aspects for life to exist. Without going into the details, the more flexible a life is, the lighter the person will be. The less stressed, less tense, depending on the conditions, of course. So we have our own will. That is my will. And then there is something which Guru Nanak Sahib calls hukam, which is the Creator's will. Now these are two conflicting wills or the same will that defines the peace, the level of peace our mind is. We want to be a certain caliber, we want to have certain amount of money. This is the conditioned mind. Our conditions which we have set in our life for our own life. And we feel these are what makes us comfortable. Sometimes we don't become comfortable. Our conditions are not met. That's the hukam. The hukam does not tally with our will. And there the conflict, the stress, the rejection happens where we say, I did not get what I want. There is no God. There is no Guru. I asked the Guru for this and I did not get. Why did I go through the pain? What did I do wrong? These are our confusions, our questions about life. What have we understood about our life? Can be very difficult to fathom because the day-to-day life is very confusing. It has a lot of change in it and we have to adapt constantly to what is around us. We have to adapt to the environment. Physical life, the life which we live on a daily basis, requires daily adaptation. We have to adapt to our environment on a different every day. Sometimes it is cold, sometimes it is warm, sometimes the AC is not working, sometimes our work is in trouble, sometimes our friend has a health issue. Every day there is something new delivered to our door. And in all this we are seeking happiness. We want to relax. We want to find happiness. We want to search for it, seek for it. Where does this happiness lie? And how do we find it? This is one of the essential questions of life. What is our seeking of this life? Now, Guru says that there is a will which the Creator has. Jyo to chalaye, tiv chale Swami. As you say, that is how life will flow. Aur kya jana gun tere. You are the dictator of life. The creation dictates a certain hukam for all of us. And that is how life unfolds. Jiv tu chale, tive chale, jinna marg pavahe. This now becomes a different story. He says, one who has found the road to the Creator, found the road to the Guru, he walks the same feet. He walks the same direction. He walks the same way, the way the hukam is. So his will and hukam become same. The Creator in this condition, jiv tu chalahe, teve chale. In this case, as the Creator wants, the person is unfolding life exactly like that. Jinna marg pave. The one condition is those who have found his route, his door, his or Creator's route map. Those who have found the marg, those who have found the way to get to him, those who have been blessed by this. How does this happen? How will I find the road to my Creator? All of Dharam, if you have to define Dharam, how will we define? One of the ways is to find the one who has created us, is Dharam. Who has created us? Where are we coming from? Where are we going? Where will we find rest? Who is our God? And where does he live? Guru Sahib is now saying that whoever has found the road to the Creator, found the road to the Creator's door, will walk in parallel with the Guru's hukam. Hukam and person's will are here the same. They are not different. Why? Because the Creator has blessed this person. Jinnah marg paave. How do you find this? How do you find the road to the, what is the road map? What is the Google map where I can search for God and find the route? How many hours, how many kilometers, how many lifetimes? Where is the door to my inner mind? Kar kirpa, jin naam laaye. Kar kirpa jin naam laaye. One who has found Naam and who is blessed by the Creator. The vision of meeting the Creator, that world's door is very controlled. It is not open to my ego to visit that door. I cannot visit that door. I is my vehicle to want to move towards that door. I want to meet my Creator. That's my will. But this I cannot open that door, and nor can it enter that door. The door of the Creator's house is restricted by the Creator himself. And there the ego is not allowed. The ego is my tool for living this conditioned mind, living the physical life, living this world of the physical world, the good, bad, ugly, whatever. This ego is for this world. And while living in this world, understand what does life entail? What is the source of this life? What is the meaning behind this life? What is the real gift of this life? That has to be understood through the ego, through the home. Through the home we transact everything. We give, we take, we make friends, we have fights, we have happiness, we have sorrow. So he says, very clearly Guru says, how much aaya, how much gaya. You have come in ego, you will go in ego. And while doing these things, you need to figure out what is beyond this ego. Because if we don't figure out what is beyond this ego, then we are trapped in this ego. And the ego has a friend, Karam, the record of Karam. Karmi aave kapda. Punni papi aakhar na hai. Kar karna likh le jao. Everything which this ego does is recorded by this Karam, whether it is good or it is bad. And everything which is recorded has a repercussion, has another direction built into it. If it's good, then it will reward accordingly. If it is bad, it is rewarding accordingly. So everything which is done by this I, this ego, is a trap, because it's a journey. It can be a small journey, it can be a very long journey. There may be individuals who are trapped in their karmas for lifetimes. One person does wrong to the other, gives immense pain, and then the second lifetime, the other person returns it. Then the third lifetime, again the same thing happens. The story never stops. Like that, Maharaj says that this record will never go. whatever we are doing, this record never ends. It keeps going because we don't even know whatever wrong or right we are doing. And then he says, there is no freedom from this karam world. We can do good, we will get good. We can do bad, we will get bad. But it doesn't escape from it. Lekha is the word Guru uses for record. The record keeper of our karma. Where does the record keeper live, Maharaj? In our man. Our man is a bag of all our karmas put in it. All the incomplete lifetimes we've had. All the right, wrongs, pain, sorrows, joys, everything is built into it. Everything which is this I today is because of our doing. So the record keeper doesn't stop. Lekha kathu na chutiye. Never will it make you free. But why, Maharaj? Hum khin pulanhar. Every minute we forget and we keep doing. Bakshan hara baksh de nanak parutar. Only with the kirpa, bakshish, Gur Prasad. The meeting between a Sikh and a Guru is expressed in this verb, the last word in the Mool Mantar, Maharaj. The last word of the Mool Mantar is Gur Prasad. When a Sikh meets the Guru successfully, Gur Prasad will happen, and that is the key to the door of Anand. Anand paya meri mai, Satguru mein paya. Now we can talk. We can talk many lifetimes, we can lecture, we can discuss, we can debate, we can show our knowledge, but none of us is Anand. None of this is Anand. Most of us will not even listen. Listening, and what is the role of listening, will happen in these shabads, in these two bodies. Guru will discuss that. So what happens, Maharaj? In our karam world, the ego world, we keep doing and we keep living what we are doing. Whether we do good, whether we do bad, it is always our account to fulfill. So Maharaj says that one who has got his kirpa gets naam. Naam is a word which is not friendly with ego. Ego is not welcome with naam. Home naame naal virodh hai. Doye na bas ek thai. We can visit naam only when we drop our ego. Sadho man ka maan tyago. Give up your ego. Then you enter that door. Then you meet the Guru. If we go with ego to the Guru, we don't meet. Man beche Satgur ke paas. When we go to Guru with love, then our ego is gone. Love wipes off ego. A lover is doing everything for his loved. He's willing to give up and do anything. Why? Because love doesn't have an ego. Love transcends ego. It goes beyond ego. So when a Sikh meets the Guru with love, he transcends ego and he enters the realm of Naam. Naam is the key to this door of Anand. Maharaj says, Kar kirpa jin naam lyave, se har har sada tyave. And when you enter Naam, then you are timeless. Sada. Sada is the favorite word of the sadhu, of the Guru, of the Sant. He doesn't like to be trapped in time. He doesn't like to be trapped in ego. He or she doesn't like to be trapped in karam. He lives the life of Nadar, of Naam. Karmi aave kapda, nadri mokh dwar. Nadar is the world of the realm of the Sant. Nadar is the world of the sadhu. Nadar is the world of the Sikh who has met the Guru. because he has opened the door of Anand. Anand paya meri mai. Satguru mein paya. When you meet the Guru, the door of Anand opens. Unconditional happiness, a state of being, a state of man, where there is happiness forever. That is Anand. Maharaj says, Kar kirpa jin naam lae, se har sada tyave. Then this person who has been graced with Gur Prasad is always sada, always now having the focus of Hari, of the Creator, of the God, of Satnam Vaheguru, of that energy who has made us. He has now found his dharma. He is now linked with his source, where he is coming from. He knows where do I come from? Where is my source mind? Which Maharaj tells us in Bani is the man which is the mool. Man to jot sarup hai, apna mool pachan, apna the root of the man, the foundation of the mind is known to this person because he has connected with his source. And there the conflict is gone, his ego is gone. And once his ego goes, he resides in the Naam state. Maharaj says, Kar kirpa jin naam le aaye, se har sada tyave. Then he will always, now he is connected to his source. They will never be broken. He can live in this physical world, but the back of the mind, his connection always remains. Because now his foundation of life has changed from the physical life to the Atmak life. The soul is now his connection, the source of the soul. People talk about the spirit, the soul, Atma. Where is the Atma? In this inner mind. How does it open? The Guru opens the door. Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Maharaj in one of his writings says, Aatamras jai janiye. One who has known the ras of the soul, of the Atma. So hai Khals Dev. He is the Khalsa. Prabh mein, moh mein, das mein, between me, him and the Creator, there is no difference. See, what a powerful line Guru Sahib is telling us. When the door of Anand opens, the Aatamras, the ras of the spirit, the joy, the song of the soul, we live that. It's conditionless. It has no conditions. We don't need to do anything for it. We only need to relax our man. And we visit this Anand. Maharaj now tells us about a katha, story. जिसनु कथा सुनाए अपनी सो गुरुद्वारे सुख पावे. What's the Gurudwara? And who listens to this story? What does listening have to do with enlightenment, with knowing our inner mind? Why is listening so important that in the Japji Sahib, Maharaj talks about listening in 4 bodies. Before he talks about Manan, he says, Suniye, listen. What is the key to listening? Gaviye, suniye, sing and listen. Man rakhiye pao, find love in your heart. But listening happens before we find love. If we don't listen, we don't find love. Listening is the ekagar man. Listening with the empowered, focused mind. Listening with dhyan takes us to the journey of the Shabad and Surat. Guru Nanak Sahib is asked by the yogis, Kavan Mool, Kavan Matvela, Kavan Guru Kiska Tu Chela. Who is your Guru Maharaj? Guru Nanak Sahib, who is your Guru? I had not seen your Guru. You come with Bhai Mardana, there is no Guru with you. Where have you got this knowledge from? Who is your Guru? पवन अरम सतगुर मतवेला शब्द गुरु सुरत तुम चेला. Shabad is my guru. Is Shabad translated literally means sound. So if we have to listen to Shabad, that empowers us. So Shabad and listening, suniye, Surat and Shabad is the whole game of the dhyan of Shabad. There are two aspects of the Shabad. When the man meets the Shabad, the Sikh meets the Guru. My man will meet the Shabad. And how? How does Shabad and the man meet? In the wandering mind, in the thinking mind, the thought mind, the Shabad is explained in what it is saying. So it meets the thought Shabad. The thought meets the logic. Guru gives us a logic in the Shabad. Man beche Satgur ke paas. This is a logic. How do you find Guru? You sell your mind. This is a logic. But the mind has two visions. One is the moving mind. One is mind in dhyan. When the man is in dhyan, it is thoughtless. Tukdam karari jo karo, hazir hazur khudai. For that mind, God and the Creator is a vibrant living energy. He lives with that energy. He or she is aware and all the time in the presence of Guru Gobind Singh Sahib. What does he do? He makes the mind stationary. Thir kar baiso. Thir kar. Harjan pyare. Satgur tumre kaaj savari. For this person, everything is solved. Not only the issues of the physical world, everything is solved. Does it mean he has bags full of money? Well, it may mean, but that's not relevant. Bag full of money is a small gift for this Guru's world. Whatever can this entire creation gives us, the summing up of all that energy is available to this person in form of happiness unconditional. There is no condition to this happiness. Whether he has money or not is not relevant. Whether he is empowered by the world, honored by the people is not relevant, because he has that gift. The ultimate gift creation can give us. Nanak lekhe ek gal, aur home chakna chak. Maharaj says in this whole journey of life, one thing is important. It's the key to everything. And that is the one which is without ego. Rest is all in the ego. Whatever is in the ego will be destroyed with the ego. The body, identity, the name, the read knowledge which we have in books, the facts of life, the relationships, the status in this world is all transitory. In the Roman Empire, they used to have a tradition. Whenever Caesar went into the chariot and went into the masses, one slave used to stand behind him and whisper in his ears that all glory is but fleeting. Ultimately, none of it will remain. This is the Roman Empire. Thousands of years ago. What they have understood about life, which maybe we have not understood from our Guru, that in this world there is no such thing known as permanent happiness. There will be happiness and there will be sorrow. There will be gifts and there will be penalties. There will be highs and there will be lows. We may never meet our expectations, and even if we meet our expectations keep changing. We'll be 1 today, 100 tomorrow, 1,000 day after, then 10,000, then lakh. The number never stops. Because we are not satiated by the experience of this physical world. What satiates us, fulfills us, what completes us is what Guru calls Naam. What he says, Kar Kirpa, Jin Naam le aaye. One who has chosen by the Guru and blessed by the Guru and given Naam. Say Har Har Sadatya. He is forever, he or she is forever connected to his source now. He can die tomorrow. His happiness will not go. So his happiness is no longer conditioned to this life. His happiness is free of this world. It's a conditionless happiness. That's what Guru calls Anand. Maharaj says, Jisnu Katha Sunaye, now the story of listening. Shabad can be heard. It visits our man through hearing. And it goes into our subconscious if we accept it. If we don't fight it. If we don't have conflicts with Shabad, allow Shabad to rest in our man. Jisnu Katha Sunaye apni. So Gurudware Sukh Pave. He has found happiness at the door of the Guru, Gurudware, door of the Guru. At one more place, Guru Sahib defines Gurudware. He says emotions is the Gurudwara. Gurudware lai pavni. With love when you go to the Gurudwara. Ikna daswaं dwar dikhaya. There the door is opened. When we go to the Guru's door with love, the ultimate door of life is open to us all. That which can never be taken away then. The experience of inner life, unconditional happiness, unconditional love, Amrit of life, where there is no death, where there is no time. Maharaj says, Kahe Nanak Sache Sahib, Jo Pave, Teve Chalave. As you wish, you make me like that. As you want, you make me move like that. You make my life flow on your command. Jo Pave, Teve Chalave. As you order, so I become. As you want, so I am. My happiness is Guru's hukam, not too different. Unfortunately, in the physical world, our hukam is always different. Our ego is always different from the Guru's will, because that is how ego exists. It is different. It's not a part of the ocean. A droplet says, I am not part of the ocean. So the ego is always different. That is the nature of ego. So it is not about improving the ego. It is not about cleansing the mind. It's about dropping this mind. Jumping the ego mind to the non-ego mind. How does that happen? That the Guru does. That ability is not with me. I cannot live that state where I am not. How can I? Not physically possible. Not mentally possible. But the spirit, the Atma, soul, can only be known to those who transcend the ego, not to those who know the ego. If we don't have the ability to drop the ego, we can never enter that realm. But if we have that, if that Gur Prasad is available to us, then Anand is only a flash of an eyelid away from us. Nimak, narte sur hoy jaat nimak mein, Satgur Budh Sikhlai. This is the Anand Guru talks about in the 15th Pauri. Khushpreet, please read the 16th Pauri.
Hi, Guruji. Am I audible?
Hanji, you are audible.
जी भाई कुछ नहीं. ओ सुहेला शब्द सुहावा, शब्दों सुहावा सदा सुहेला, सतगुरु सुनाया। यह तिन के मन वस्या, जिन तुर हो लिखिया आया। एक फिरे कनेरे कर है गल्ला, गली किने ना पाया। कहे नानक शब्द सुहेला, सतगुरु सुनाया। वाहिगुरु जी एह सुहेला शब्द सुहावा, शब्दों सुहावा सदा सुहेला, सतगुरु सुनाया। कहे तिनके मन वस्या, जिन तुर हो लिखिया आया। एक फिर है कनेरे कर है गल्ला, गली किने ना पाया। कहे नानक शब्द सुहेला, सतगुरु सुनाया। वाहिगुरु जी।
थैंक यू खुशप्रीत। ए सोहेला शब्द सुहावा। Sohila is a song of joy. I call it the song of the soul, the song of Anand, unconditional, the meeting between Sikh and Guru, the meeting between the creator and the created, where all differences of this world fall away, where all conflicts go, where all the unhappiness, sorrows, all the miseries, pains of life are gone forever. Where there is only joy. Where there is a state of being which doesn't depend on the physical for itself. Where the real wealth of life, the Shabad, expresses itself in the soul of the spirit as a song of joy, of Anand. Where the dependence on the other is gone and there is an absolute existence. That happiness is unconditional forever. We are all seeking this happiness. We are all seeking happiness forever. This is what we want. All of us get happiness in spurts, but we are not happy. When we, after that happiness is gone, we again go searching for it. Where is it? Where is it gone? Why not again? Why did it go away? Why am I unhappy? In the physical world, there will be happiness and sorrow that will live. So acceptance of that is acceptance of hukum. When I accept life is like this, someday it will be good, someday it will be bad. Someday it will be happy, someday it will be sorrow. I accept that. Then I transcend that. Then I don't live in expectation. I live in acceptance, in hukum. This is the hukum of the Creator. I accept it. Then I have invited the Guru to my man, to my life. I have invited the Creator to my soul, to meet my soul. I have invited the one who has created me into my life, and I want to meet the Creator. Maharaj says, "Eh Sohila, Shabad Suhava." This song of joy, of meeting, of all the conflicts gone, is a pleasant song. The song of the soul is a pleasant song. Suhava is a beautiful song to hear, sunna. Shabdo Suhava, Sada Suhila. Now again the timelessness happens, the death is gone. There is no death in this Sohila. Sada Sohila. Song of spirit, song of joy, song of the soul forever. Satguru Sunaya. There is no one else who will expose us to this song of the soul. No one else will make us meet our soul. Only our Guru can. Satguru Sunaya. Guru gives us the blessing to meet this song, Maharaj. The energy in our feet, the heartbeat we live through, the breathing which we do, the blood flowing through our veins, all these physical attributes which we live through carries a potent man and soul and spirit with it. We can experience and live through this physical life and not understand what an empowered entity we were living with, this man. We don't search it. It's man ko koi khojo pai. Search the mind, Maharaj says. Tan chute man kahan samai. When the body goes, where does the mind go? Find this out. Then you will transcend death. There will be no death for you. Sada Sohela. Satguru Sunaya. Only when the Guru gives Kirpa, Gur Prasad, another blessing, prem to us, we will find this Sohila in our lives. We will find this undefined Shabad in our lives. How do we meet Shabad? Maharaj says, invite the Shabad to your life. Gaviye, suniye man rakhiye pao. Sing it with love and hear it intensely. Suniye, man rakhiye pao. Dukh par har. Away with sorrow. Sukh kar le jaye. The door of Sukh you find in this Shabad. This Shabad is our Guru. This Surt and Shabad makes us meet Anand, makes us become Anand and live this Shabad. Vaho Vaho Bani Nirankar hai. Makes us meet the Creator. Jaisi mein aave khasam ki bani, taisana kari gyan mila. Maharaj said, this is not my Bani. Guru Nanak Sahib said, this is not my Bani. Jaisi mein aave khasam. As the Creator wants, that is how this Bani comes. That is why he carried Mardana with him. Because the Shabad needed Rag, love. Shabad needs to be received with love. So Maharaj used to say, Bani Ai. And Bhai Mardana used to take the Rabab and invite the Shabad. And in this whole play of love between Mardana and Bhai Guru Nanak, Bani was created. Japji was created, Siddhgosht was created. Dakhni, Omkar the Bani was created. All these Banis are received with love by Guru, with Rag. Rag literally means love. So the receiving of the Bani by a Sikh, of the Guru, makes the Guru meet the Sikh. Where's the Guru? Guru is everywhere, Maharaj. There is nowhere where Guru is not. Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Maharaj is here right now. But we have to empower ourselves to meet him, to know him. Our mind needs to prepare. One way is that he blesses us, that Shabad Sunaya. And we prepare and call him. The difference between the two, that is what Guru is telling us in the next line. "Ae tinke man vasya." Who are the ones who have invited this Shabad to their lives? Jin toro likhya aaya. They are the ones who are met with this Shabad. Only those who call for this Shabad, Maharaj, Shabad meets them. Tin toron likhya aaya. There it is written, he has called, she has called. Shabad will meet this person. We need to call this Shabad, Guru, in our lives, invite the Shabad. How do we invite? Gaviye, suniye, sing with love. The Shabad of Guru Gobind Singh Sahib, Shabad of Guru Nanak Sahib, Guru Granth Sahib. Sing these Shabad with love, with dhyan. Lose yourself, wipe out your ego and become one with Shabad. Man beche Satgur ke paas. That Shabad visits us in completeness. We become Shabad. We lose our ego and our ego is flown away, gone away. We transcend pain, sorrow, death, hurt, anger, fear, all transcended by this love meeting between Sikh and the Shabad. Tinke man vasya. When this Shabad resides in the man, It opens the door to Sada Anand, forever Anand, happiness forever, no death. Eh tinke man vasya jin turon likhya. So we need to invite this, Maharaj. We need to invite Guru Nanak Sahib, Guru Gobind Singh Sahib, Guru Granth Sahib to our lives through this Shabad by listening to Shabad. Maharaj said, "Ik phire kanere karhe galla." In the ego world, everybody is running. Kya pavi sat sucha hoye. Everybody is wandering, seeking this happiness. And we all think we know. We all know. Nanak Guru na chetni. Man apne suchet. We don't want Guru. We know where to wander, how to run. There is petrol in the car. We can run around everywhere seeking this happiness and never find it all our lives. Never find it for lifetimes. Kar tar fire, taki bahtere. Thaki bahtere. Jaata sankant nahi mere. Maharaj said many lifetimes. Kar tar fire. So many houses, so many stages, wandering, tired of this whole experience of wandering, constant wandering. Jat, asang, so many forms. An Italian warrior wrote a poem. He says, I have found many battles, many wars, but always as me. I have wandered through these lifetimes, so many different forms and shapes. So many mothers, so many fathers, this Guru Nanak Sahib tells us this is how we are living. No rest. Disappointment because we live in expectation. When we live in expectation, we are disappointed. Always like that. That is how the game of life is played. Expectation meets disappointment. That's how it gets fulfilled. Because desire never gets fulfilled. I desire 100 today, tomorrow 200, day after 300, then 400. There is no ending to how much I desire. Maharaj said, Ik phire kanere. Intensely we are wandering, seeking this happiness. Karhe galna. And we talk, we verbalize, we create noise. Gully. By talk. Gully, one is gully where there's a gully, this is gully. By talking. Gully kine na paya. We have not found by just mere talking. We don't find Guru Gobind Singh by mere talk. We have to merge our man with him. We have to give up our conditions of ego and find love with him. Then we will meet him. And that meeting is forever, because Guru is forever. And that meeting is Anand, because Guru is Anand. Maharaj says, Gali kine na paya. Nobody has found by just mere talking, but this whole world talks. All YouTube is full of people who are wandering, constantly wandering and talking about what they have experienced. Some of them have left their body and gone. Some of them have known about different experiences of spirituality. All talk. Mostly talk. One who has known doesn't need to talk. He lives it. Why? He will have to talk. And by talking, we don't share experiences. By dhyan, we share experience. If we are in dhyan and the Shabad, then that experience opens. If Guru wants it to open. Maharaj says, Kahe Nanak, Shabad Sohila, Satguru Sunaya. This Shabad, song of the spirit, song of the soul, song of love, song of meeting, song of transcending pain, sorrow, anger, hatred, and death. Guru will give us this song. This Anand will be given by the Guru in this form. So expectation in the world will meet disappointment in the long run. But living the Shabad and listening to the Shabad with Dhyan makes the Surt and Shabad meet, and the experience of Anand will open. The 15th and 16th Pauri of Anand Sahib, Guru Amardas, Govindwal, we have today discussed. If you have any questions, you want to say something, you can raise your hand or you can write it out in the chat box and we can discuss it. We always try and culminate the session with Anand Sahib. With Guru's Kripa and blessing, we will do that today. So I wait for you, all of you, if any of you have any questions on Zoom. If you are not on Zoom, you can write out your question. Maybe somebody can read it and get it here, if it's on YouTube. So no questions then? Khushpreet, beta, you'll do the Anand Sahib? No questions then, Khushpreet, you'll do the Anand Sahib? We will meet hopefully next week with further bodies of Anand Sahib. Can you hear me, Khushpreet? I think we need to unmute Khushpreet. Anji.
जी वाहिगुरु जी।
जी महाराज।
वाहिगुरु जी। राम कली महला तीजा आनंद एक ओंकार सतगुर प्रसाद आनंद प्यामी माए सतगुरु मैं पाया सतगुर का पाया सहज से प्रेम मन वजिया बाधाइया राग रतन परवार परिया शब्द गावन आइया शब्दों तगावो हरि तेरा मन जिनी बसाया कहे नानक आनंद हुआ सतगुरु मैं पाया ए मन मेरिया तू सदा रहो हर नाले हर नाल रहो तू मन मेरे दुख सब विसारना अंगीकार हो करे तेरा कार्य सब सवारना सबना गला समरथ स्वामी सो क्यों मन हो विसारे कहे नानक मन मेरे सदा रहो हर नाले साचे साहिबा क्या नहीं करती रह करता तेरा सब कुछ है जिस दे सो पावे सदा सिर्फ सलाह तेरी नाम मन वसावे नाम जिनके मन वसया वाजे शब्द कनेरे कहे नानक सच्चे साहिब क्या नहीं कर तेरा साचा नाम मेरा आधारो साच नाम आधार मेरा जिन भुखा सब गवाइया कर शांत सुख मन आए वसया जिन इच्छा सब पुजाइया सदा कुर्बान कीता गुर बिटो जिस दिया ये वडियाइया कहे नानक सुनो संतो सबत तरो प्यारो साचा नाम मेरा आधारो वाजे पंच शबद कर सुभागे कर सुभाग्य शब्द वाजे कला जित कर तारिया पंचदूत तुदवस कीते काल कंटक मारिया धर्म पाया तुझ जिनको से नाम हर के लागे कहे नानक कह सुख हुआ हित करे अनहद वाजे आनंद सुनो वड भागियो सगल मनोरथ पूरे पार ब्रह्म प्रभु पाया उतरे सगल विसूरे दुख रोग संताप उतरे सुनी सच्ची वाणी संत साजन पे सरसे पूरे गुरते जानी सुन से पुनीत कहते पवित्र सतगुर रहा पर पूरे बिनुअंत नानक गुर चरण लागे वाजे अनहद पूरे सुनते पुनीत कहते पवित्र सतगुर रहा पर पूरे बिनुअंत नानक गुर चरण लागे वाजे अनहद पूरे श्लोक अवण गुरु पाणी पिता माता तरत महत दिवस रात दुई दाई दाया खेल सगल जगत चंगियाइया बुराइया वाचे धर्म हदूर करनी आपो अपनी नेड़े से दूर जिनी नाम ते आया गए मशक्कत पाल नानक ते मुख उजले छुट्टी नाल जिनी नाम ते आया गए मशक्कत पाल नानक ते मुख उजले छुट्टी नाल। वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह।
वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह। Thank you all of you. Hopefully we will meet next week. गुरु साहब कृपा। वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह।